Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Ayushi Rawat and today we will be understanding a very important topic of grade 12th biology, which is microsporogenesis. Alright, so let's begin. Now see, what is microsporogenesis? It is the process of formation of microspores from a pollen mother cell through meiosis. Alright, every term is very important. Where are these microspores coming from? They are coming from the pollen mother cell via which process of cell division? Through meiosis. And this process is nothing but microsporogenesis. Now I am very sure all of you are aware about the sporogenous tissue. Alright, so one very important thing that you have to remember about sporogenous tissue is that each cell of sporogenous tissue, it is a potential pollen mother cell or a microspore mother cell. What is the meaning of this? That each cell is capable of undergoing meiosis and it is capable of giving rise to microspores which are going to develop into the pollen grains. So as each cell of the sporogenous tissue is capable of giving rise to a microspore tetrad, right? There will be 4 microspores which will be formed when one microspore mother cell is undergoing the process of meiosis, right? So the microspores, as they are formed, they are arranged in a cluster of 4 cells which is called as the microspore tetrad. Now as the anthers mature and dehydrate, the microspores dissociate from each other and they are going to develop into the pollen grains. All right, so here there is this one pollen mother cell. It is going to undergo the process of meiosis and it is going to give rise, or it is going to divide to form microspore tetrad. These are the 4 microspores which are formed as a result of the process of meiosis. Now inside each microsporangium, several thousands of microspores or the pollen grains are formed that are released with the dehiscence of the anther. When the anther is mature, it is the process of dehiscence is going to take place and the pollen grains will be released from the anther. So now let's quickly understand the structure of the pollen grain as well. Alright, the first very important thing about pollen grain that you guys have to remember is that pollen grain is your male gametophyte. Alright, what is pollen grain? Pollen grain, it represents male gametophyte. Let's discuss about the structure of the pollen grain. Now see, this is the outermost layer, which is the exine. Very important thing about exine, it is made up of sporopollenin. It is made up of sporopollenin. It is a highly resistant organic material. All right, so exine is made up of sporopollenin. Next to exine is the next layer, which is intine. Intine is made up of cellulose and pectin. Alright, now next is this germ pore. So what is this place here? This sporopollenin, which is a very strong organic material, highly resistant organic material, is absent. Okay, so sporopollenin is absent here, and this is the place from where the intine is going to come out and it is going to form pollen tube. So intine comes out through this in the form of pollen tube. Alright, so exine made up of sporopollenin, which is a highly resistant organic material. It can withstand high temperatures, strong acids, alkalis, everything. Alright, then intine, which is made up of cellulose and pectin, and then we have the germ pore. Germ pore is the place where sporopollenin is absent. Alright, now when our pollen grain is mature, inside the pollen grain we are going to find 2 cells. Okay, we are going to find 2 cells. One is the vegetative cell and another one is the generative cell. Now let's understand what exactly we are talking about. Okay, so vegetative cell, it is bigger. it is going to have abundant food reserve and a large irregularly shaped nucleus. So this question is often asked, what is the difference between vegetative cell and generative cell? Okay, so the vegetative cell is going to be bigger, it has abundant food reserve, large irregularly shaped nucleus. Now if we talk about the features of the generative cell, it is going to be small. It is in fact floating in the cytoplasm of the vegetative cell itself. It is spindle shaped with dense cytoplasm and there will be a nucleus. Alright, so this was about microsporogenesis and this was about the structure of the pollen grain. Thank you.